So I have here my wheel from a my Zero belt drive. Alright, this is the Rabaconda tire changer. I have a bottle of soapy water, a little valve core stem. Take the valve core out. I think I already had deflated prior to this, so it's already deflated. Let's see. I should actually do this other way around. This way around. Give me more space right here. Okay, so soapy water. Spray all the way around. Let's see, maybe I get the camera a little closer. So here I need to break the bead. Broken there. Do both sides. So with this tool, you have so much leverage that it makes breaking the bead very easy. Usually, breaking the bead is one of the hardest things to do if you don't have the right tool. These tire levers that I use on here, and it has some rim savers. Mine all busted up, but because I use it on smaller wheels, and these things are made for dirt bikes. So dirt bike has big diameter, whereas this thing has a street bikes are smaller. And I use it on my scooter, and the scooter has really small wheels. Let's see, I always forget which direction this is. I think it's this way. Yeah, it's this way. So the valve core is right here. I'm going to start at the valve core. I do this, I'm holding pressure here. I want to push the bead down into the center of the wheel. That gives me more slack. So I can push this up like so. Good idea to put down underneath the put the lever underneath the disc to hold it in place. Like so, same thing. Hold it in place. So start taking these things off. And I can just run it along with the rest of the wheel. Get enough of it off, you don't need to go all the way. It will basically loosen itself up. Just like that. Right, so that's one side. Now the other side. Need to go this direction. Like so. I'm doing this right. Well, this tire has enough slap where I could actually put the bead kind of down past the rim right here. I'm doing it on this side. And with this lever here, just push it in right in a spot where the bead is. I can actually push it all the way. Let me soak the water here a little bit. And so, that's easy, right? Take the wheel off. Actually, I don't need to take the wheel off. I can just leave this right here. Get my other wheel. Put my tire. So for my new tire here, this one's Continental. So I have to look at which side is spinning. So this is the drive side, and the drive side is on the left side. So that means it's spinning counterclockwise. Just gotta look at here which way it spins. So here rear, so it spins that way. So I'm in the right direction. Let me need the soapy water again. I should do it from the other side. That way this is out of the way. From this side. So I just have to go the other way. So this way it's going clockwise. So again, I have to look at this thing. Clockwise. So this direction. So yeah, clockwise like that. So I have to soak the water side first. Usually you just, depending on how loose the tire is, lots of times you can just push this in and it pops all the way in. In this case it's not. I'm gonna get this. Okay. So that's as much as I could go into. Right? So I need a lever on this other side. And this is where to put it on, use this side. To get off, use this side. If I'm doing this right. Okay, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Right there. Over here. You slide it to the end as much as you can. I think I'm close enough. That. Why you have this bowl over here is that when we do this, it clears the bead of the tire. Water. One side. Now let's do right here. Out of soapy water. Same thing. So I have my valve cord here. I'm gonna leave the valve cord at the last part. That way it gives me doesn't take up slack because I'm gonna start on this side, the opposite side. Because if you start on that valve cord side, what happens is the bead hits the valve cord and you have less slack. So I'm gonna move this thing as far in as I can. Push one side down, like so. So in this case, I'm not using this thing because you see this right here. It's really pointy, so I don't want to damage the tires. So that's why I don't use that. And you shouldn't use that, I don't think. Alright, so here, I'm going to use my levers again. this side, I can just hold it right here. Actually, I should have spun my valve core over here, but that's alright. And this, when you put the wheel on, you don't need the rim saver, because when you take it off, it scratches the outside, but when you put it on, it doesn't touch the outside, so that's why you don't have to worry about the rim saver. So I just keep on going. And every once in a while you have to push the tire to make sure that the bead is in the center of the rim, so it gives you more slack. So I've left this tire out in the sun for a few hours, so it's nice and warm and soft. That's why my soapy water is drying up really fast, because it's very warm. Spray that a few more times. It. And you notice that I didn't look for like the dot, because the Continental, I guess it's like Michelin too, the newer Michelins and the newer Continental, the higher end tires, they are so well made that they don't have the dot on the tire to tell you which is the heavy point or the light point. So it doesn't matter, you know, just pick a spot, doesn't matter, and put it on. So it's basically like that. And now I just need to pump it up. So let's do that. Let's blow this over to my air compressor. Bring my soapy water with me. Alright, so I have my valve core. Put the valve core back in. Valve core tool. Alright, that's in. My soapy water. Almost out. Let's spray this on the shoot, I am out. Okay, that's okay. I can do without it. Let's see. I could probably do it without the valve core. And the tire is warm enough, and I think this is a good enough tire that it will not need the soapy water. Anyways, air compressor, and let's listen to the pop. Oh, that's one. I think that was one. One pop. I'm not sure if the other side popped yet or not. That first sound I heard didn't sound like a pop, but it might have been a pop. Oh, there it goes. Two pops. When you hit the two pops, that's each side, each bead, and you're good. You don't really do anything else. Now we just need to balance the wheel. Actually, this wheel's not even... What the hell? This wheel has no balance on it at all from the factory. Looking at here, there's no balance. That's interesting. So I'm gonna double check the balance and see if it's okay or not. All right, so here's my wheel on my wheel balancer. So this is the light spot here, heavy spot down there. Let's see, let's turn this 90 degrees so you see how fast it spins, and how fast it moves. It's very slow. So that tells me that it's not that off balance. Right? See how slow it is? So it's not that off balance. So that's good. That's a good sign. That's probably why from the factory they didn't balance it, because it's pretty close. So I have some balancers right here, some wheel balancers. Let's see. Put each one is quarter ounce. So quarter ounce is about 7 grams, right? 7.5 grams, I think. All right, so that's the. Let's look for that low spot. Right there, so it's gonna be right about here. It's right there. That's one. See how that does. I might need two. Yep, I need another one. So still moving a little bit, a little slower, but still move a little bit. So I'm gonna put one more and I should be good. Let's see. It's like, let's see, So one more I'm gonna put on the other side, the far side. Alright, and on the far side, one on each side. Let's see how it spins. If it still moves a little bit, but real slow, I'm fine. Okay, look at that. See, it stays still. That's pretty much perfectly balanced. That's one side. Let's put it back up this way. See if it goes. If it moves a little bit, barely. So basically, you could pretty much call that perfectly balanced, practically. Let's try this side. See, it moves a little bit, but very slow. That's good. That means it's good. It doesn't get better than that. Yeah, it moves a little bit, but real slow though. Alright, so that's good. I'm gonna call that good.